Increasing pressure on land use leads to loss of ecological habitat and connectivity. But at the same time, there is also evidence that human-dominated landscapes, and in particular cities, can also be part of the solution. How? First, ecological evaluations using experiments and modeling may help understanding the relevance of pattern and processes in these urban green spaces for biodiversity. However, working in human-dominated landscape requires inclusion of people working on these urban green spaces. So interdisciplinary approaches are key when it comes to designing our futures in cities.
The GreenCityNet project brings together social scientists and ecologists to cover those two important dimensions when we look at urban green areas and their importance for biodiversity or climate change mitigation or adaptation. I'm standing here because one of the key lessons of the research is that we have to connect the terrestrial green parts of urban green areas with the aquatic and blue parts of urban green areas. They are building one ecosystem and should be managed jointly. So besides interdisciplinary collaboration between social and ecological sciences, getting in touch with stakeholders through workshops is crucial for researchers. Researchers can learn how different stakeholders frame these issues in their day-to-day work, what language they use, what issues they see, how they perceive challenges around urban green areas.
I think one of the big takeaways for me today is really the rich depth of the research that we saw. So on the one hand, you have incredible research that can inform very well targeted action. And on the other hand, you have a challenge on bridging the science policy interface. And I think it's a real critical area for us to focus our efforts on going forward.
So architecture, planning, UN, IUCN, everything is important, covers important steps.
And we, as a society, we need narratives and stories and arts and pictures, etc.
Foresight matters. Scenario building matters more than ever.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
Train ourselves into this open zone, this open uncharted place where there's lots of knowledge can come in, biological knowledge, physical knowledge, technical knowledge. We know how to build things, and every time our solidarity, our groups, our societies have to reconstruct themselves to go into an open future.
We need interfaces, like the science policy interface.
Yes, exactly.
We have lessons which have been learned from the international stakeholders workshop in Geneva. The first key message is about co-designing. Co-designing biodiversity and urban transformation must be jointly addressed. The second key message is about collaboration. Together, which should reshape and deliver nature-positive urban green spaces. And what we need for this, we need integrated governance, innovative thinking, foresights, and more focus on environmental, social, and economic benefits.
We know there's so many benefits of bringing nature into our cities. There's benefits for people's health. We know there's benefits for education, reducing disaster risk. We know it cools our cities, reduces our energy consumption in the summer months, and many, many more benefits for biodiversity, for bringing people to streets, for restaurants, shoppers, diners, tourists. What we need now is simply to mobilize action at scale. And I know that we can. I know that networks like this are going to help us do that.
The workshop was organized by GreenCityNet project together with the partners from Geneva toward the same goal: how to provide and deliver nature-positive, inclusive and resilient urban green areas.